Hey guys, in this video we will solve the bandit challenges from OverTheWire, so let's get to it. So let's log in with bandit 8 and we are in, so let's see. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt and is the only line of text that occurs only once. We can use the following command. So basically, this command will sort the contents of the data.txt file alphabetically or numerically, and the unique -u will only print the data that does not repeat. It will print the data that occurs only once. So let's see. And here we have it. We copy this and we paste it here and we move on to the next challenge. So let's log in with user 9, we copy the passwords, we paste it, and we are in. Now let's see. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt in one of the few human readable strings preceded by several equal characters. So let's see. We have a command called strings that basically reads the files and shows you only the readable text hidden inside of that file. So let's see. Strings data.txt. Okay, so I think that this is our password, so let's paste it here and let's move on to the next level. So let's log in with bandit 10, let's copy the password and we are in. So let's see. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which contains base 64 encoded data. Let's see. Cat data.txt. Let's copy this string and go to Firefox and search for base 64 decoder. We paste it here and here we have our password. So we copy this and we paste it here. So let's move on. Now let's log in with user bandit 11, copy the password and we are in. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, where all lowercase and uppercase letters have been rotated by 13 positions. This method, so this encryption or decryption method, is what we called of hot 13, so hot 13, as you can see here. So what we can do is basically see the contents of the file, copy those contents, go to Firefox and do the same as we did to base 64, okay? Hot 13 decoder, like so. Let's see this one, we paste it here and here we have our password. So let's copy this and paste it here. And let's move on to the next challenge. Okay, so let's see. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which is an example of a file that has been repeatedly compressed. For this level, it may be useful to create a directory under tmp in which you can work. So this is a directory that stands for temporary, which means that when you reboot, the file that you created there or the directory that you created there will no longer exist, okay guys? Then use makedir with a hard to guess directory name. Makedir stands for make directory, or better use the command maketemp-t, which is used to create a temporary directory, which means that if you reboot the machine and when you log in, that directory will no longer exist, okay guys? Then copy the data file using cp and rename it using mv. I will use the current directory, although I will make a copy of our file. So data copy. Okay, so I don't have any permission. However, home sudo. Okay, so I can't create a file like this. So let's see if I can create a directory on tmp. Let's see. So we already have a directory called Portugal. Make dir SoBatista. Let's see. Okay, so cd SoBatista. Now let's copy the file. So home bandit 12 data.txt, and we want to copy this file into our current directory that can be represented by a dot. So let's see. Now lns, and here we have it. So I will create a copy of this file anyways in the case that I do something wrong, okay guys? cp data copy like so. Okay, so and here we have two files with the same content. We can use a command that will basically reverse this file to its binary, okay? It will restore the original binary file, okay guys? The command is xxd-r, the name of the file, so data, copy, and we will output the original binary into a file called binary, like so. So let's see. Okay, so here we have the binary. Now let's see the type of this file. Binary. It says that this is a gzip file. So let's decompress this file by using the following command. gzip-d, that stands for decompress, then the name of the file, which is binary. Although I think that I need to append the .gz into the file. Let's see, yes, so let's move the binary file to binary.gz. L&S. Now we can run this command here, but with this file, okay guys? gzip-d, that stands for decompress, binary.gz. Now let's see. We have this file called binary. Now let's see the type of that file. So this is a bzip2, and now we will rename this file, move binary to binary.bz2, like so. Let's see, L&S. Okay, so here we have it. Now we will decompress this, so bzip2-d, that stands for decompress, then binary.bz2. Now let's see, L&S. Okay, so here we have binary, file, binary. This is once again a gzip file, so let's decompress this file. However, we will rename it, move binary to binary.gz. L&S. Okay, so gzip-d, binary. Let's see. Okay, we have once again this file. Let's see what kind of file is this one. Binary. Okay, so is a tar file, so let's rename it. Move binary to binary.tar. Okay, now let's decompress this file as well. tar-xvf in the name of the file. Okay, so this file outputted this file. So let's see. Now we have this file as well. So let's see what kind of file is that one. File data 5 bin is a tar file as well. So let's rename the file. Move data 5 to data 5, but instead of bin, we will insert tar. So now let's decompress our data5.tar, tar-xvf, and data5tar. These commands outputted this file. So let's see what kind of file is this one. File data6. So this is a bzip2 file, okay guys? So let's decompress our data6.bin file, bzip2 data6 bin. Let's see, L&S. Okay, so we have now this file here. So let's see, file data6. So this is also a bzip2 compressed file, okay guys? Okay, now let's decompress this file. So bzip2-d, then data6. Okay, we already have it. We click enter, let's see, L&S. Now we have this data6.bin. I will remove these because this can be a little bit confusing. So let's remove data5 and the binary as well. L&S. Okay, now let's see the type of file that is data6.bin. It's a bzip2 file. Let's rename the file. So move data6 to data6.bz2, like so. Now let's decompress this file. bzip2-d data6. Now let's see what's the output. Now we have this file data6. It's a tar file, so let's move it. No, we will try to decompress the file like it is. tar-xvf, then data. No, we need to rename it. So move data 6 to data 6.tar, like so. Now let's see. Okay, tar dash xvf data.6.tar, and this command retrieved this file. So let's see. We will remove the data6.tar because we don't need it anymore. Now let's see what kind of file is the data8.bin. Is a gzip compressed file. Move the data8 to data8.gz. Enter. Let's see. Okay, so gzip-d data8. Let's see what's the output. So the output is this one here. Let's see what kind of file is that. Data8 is an ASCII file, so let's see if we can retrieve the password now. Okay, so the data8, and here we have it, guys. We did it. This was by far the most challenging challenge, of course. So we will copy the password and paste it here. So let's go to the next challenge. Level 13. Okay. So the password for the next level is stored in the bandit14 directory. This is the path to this directory and can only be read by user bandit14. For this level you don't get the next password, but you get a private SSH key that can be used to log into the next level. Note, localhost is a host name that refers to the machine you are working on. So let's list the contents of this directory, and we have here our SSH key. Now what we can do is copy this key, so let's do it. We create a file on our machine. It's not on the target's machine, but on our machine, nano, and let's name it like SSH key. We paste the key here, we save the changes, and let's see if we have our file. And we have, guys. I will remove some files from my directory and the data. Okay, so we have here our SSH key, and let me just tell you that we can log in using this SSH key, providing that this key is correct and doesn't have any errors. Okay, guys, what we can do is SSH-E, and this is a switch that is used to pass a file that has an SSH key. Then we pass that file, which is SSH, and we can exit this. We can copy this here, paste it here. However, instead of bandit13, we will use bandit14 because this is the SSH key for bandit14, okay, guys? So let's try to log in like this, and okay, sorry, I forgot to give permissions to this file, okay? Sorry, let's give permissions to this file. Chmod 600 and the name of the file. Now we can run this command, okay, guys, because this key needs to have some permissions in order to function correctly. So let's see. And we are in, guys. Let's go to the next challenge. Okay, so let's see. The password for the next level can be retrieved by submitting the password of the current level, which is 14, to this port on localhost. Now, as you remember, on our previous level, we saw that we could retrieve bandit14's passwords on this path to this file, okay, guys? So we copy this and we use cat. So this is the password for bandit14, okay, guys? So we will copy this. Also, as you saw on our current level, on level 14, we need to submit this password to this port on localhost to retrieve the password for the next level. Now, the way that we have to do this is by running the command telnet localhost and then the port, which is this one. Now, this command will make a connection to this computer, which is bandit14's computer, on this port, okay, guys? So let's see. Now we insert the password and we retrieve the password for the next level, like so. And this is it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel for more content like this. See you in the next video. Bye bye!